This channel is supported by Truefire. Truefire is an online library
enough, you can get the Truefire All Access Pass for as cheap as they ever do it, the $99 thing. So just jump and do that if you're looking for the best price that you can get Truefire All Access for.
Right, so in case you're wondering what's in the box, made in China, Fender actually sent me this. I specifically asked because some of you subscribers have been saying, look, you need to really check out the Fender Tonemaster Pro again. And I checked it out early doors. I bought one, and you know, I thought there were some positives with it, but I sold mine in the end because it was just not something that I was going to be using going forwards. And I think that's okay. Like, you don't have to have every other modeler. But I asked Fender if I could do some videos with it, and they very kindly said yes. Fender, the chap that I spoke to at Fender, has kind of said about this is that in some ways he thinks that, like, you don't necessarily have to go down the whole route of doing comparisons and stuff like that, because there is like an audience for this already, and people that are finding things that they love about the Tonemaster Pro, which is what you want to hear, and that there's like a community behind it. So if you are someone who's using a Tonemaster Pro, let me know in the comments. But that is, again, what it looks like. It's missing a bit. Let's stick that back on. It has been very hot in the UK, so I guess that's why that has fallen off. Anyway, right. Let's turn it on and update it first. Okay, so the plug in the outputs over here, turn it on for the first time where I know I'm not going to be just updating it. coolest thing really I think about the Tone Master Pro probably switching. Between things, so that basically you don't have to really worry about snapshots so much anymore. Okay, so let's right, hold for a tuner. Press twice for salmon. I would say like a fair mix where there are some actually pretty good sounding presets, I think. I would say on top of the stuff there does seem to be that kind of fizziness, which is totally normal for, you know, digital stuff. What have we got in here? We got our high cut, so that might be an area that I'd be looking at. Ease of use, I think, is like also one of the key selling points here. You know, you're not going to have to read a manual, I don't think. Right, let's build a preset, and then I'm going to make an intro, but that's kind of like, I guess, like a bit of a reintroduction. So if we go to list view, plus, is that how we do it? New preset, right. So, add. What should we add? So we got 57 Deluxe, 59 Bassman, Princeton, lots and lots now of Fender amps, more than there were at launch. Okay, we've also got a Mark channel 1, so that's like a clean, right? British JTM 45, Silver Jubilee, Soldano, Tangerine, Mark II of the Mezza, Super Bassman, SWR, Rampage Blue Line 66 flip top. So more heads in here. I would say maybe I might have thought there'd be a few more than that by this point. I don't know, how does anyone else feel about that? But still no Dumbley type things. Super reverb. Yeah, I think as you switch through the amps, like, you do get a sense that obviously they're modelled on different bits and pieces. So let's go Deluxe Reverb, I guess. So we got, I think this is the first modeler to do where the reverb is built in. That, as you instantly pull it up, is a really positive experience. Let's come back off of that. Then, effects wise, I think delay, there's some new bits and pieces. So you've got, obviously, this one is new, stereo Aurora Delay. So let's go with stereo. So this is like the Keeley Halo, right? Let's put that in the right place. Why does it go that way? Let's brighten it up a bit. What's the mode say? So this kind of thing like this, I personally feel like, actually, in this specific circumstance, the skeuomorphic kind of design here is maybe a little bit slower than if you were to have like a menu-based thing. But of course you've got the ability to turn knobs on here, which I tend to forget. In which case you kind of got the best of both worlds there, right? I guess. Right, then a reverb. Let's check out what reverbs we got. Effects.
So reverb. So we're already using a spring reverb, aren't we? Because that's literally what we've got at the start. We've got glitch looper here. So this is like the line 6 glitch delay. Like a granular delay. Yeah, I feel like Fender have really found their feet with this now, where it's like got some effects here that are actually pretty. That's cool. So effects. What else have we got? We've got some things like reverb. I did also notice this Arctic sustainer, Antarctic sustainer. So these are like your freeze effects, I'm going to presume. So let's put that this side. Foot switch assign we have to do manually. So our freeze block I'll put over here. Press the right one, you knobhead. So select assignment type on off, this one. Right, then this one on off delay. Confirm. Then this one foot switch assign on off GLOOPER. Confirm. So I would like it if they had their own sort of automatic foot switch assignments to different colours, I think, to be honest. Right, save. JC reverb. This is going to take some figuring out this part, right? So it's actually not the on or off that I want. I need to go to foot switch assign, type, parameter change, on that one, confirm, select parameter, trigger, confirm. Is that right? So now I've sorted that. Let's change the colour of this to like a blue colour, like that. That makes sense, doesn't it? Aurora Delay I want to be green really. Okay. Save. Save. Right, so we've got that like basic sort of thing going on. Add a reverb. Effects. Reverb like a large plate or cloud. Cool, we've got Celestial, Nebula. I think I remember them being there. Celestial reverb. Confirm. Right. And then the reverb I'm going to have to assign over here. Footswitch assign. Over here, reverb, on off. That one. Confirm. Reverb will change the colour to orange because that's what Helix would be. Okay, save. And then up front, what about some sort of drive effects? So we've got quite a lot of effects now as well. Clon 1, Clon 2, Natural Overdrive is in there, Pugilist, Rocket Man. Is this going to be the dude? Yeah, it is. Right, level. That's awesome. So there's some real new things that I obviously weren't there when I was looking at it. So on the face of it, I like what they've been doing with the place. Obviously, I'm going to get into more of this stuff, but my very first impressions is that some things have changed. I still think this is not necessarily the quickest unit in terms of actually assigning some of these parameters and stuff. What colour should we make that? Cancel. Make it blue. Stop doing that. But, you know, I'm not going to have to read a label or anything like that, right? So this is kind of, you know, just getting back into the very basics of stuff. If I wanted to, can I still bring in another amp? Probably not got enough DSP. So that is not the most complicated preset in the world. Because of the way they do things, where it's like always got another entire amount of processing free, so you can do the free DSP thing, you do end up losing some of that complexity in the chain if that was what you're looking for, I guess. First device to have the dude in it, so I'm really chuffed with that. I like that it's got this freeze. Maybe I'll get rid of that. Should I get rid of that? Remove. And see if we can put in something else instead. Effects. Modulation. Stereo analog chorus. 3D chorus, like dimension. yeah, I think it's got some extra sort of juice to it, right? Foot switch sign. This one on off. I think it'd be nice for this just to be automatically like choosing anything other than red, in my opinion. Purple. But general vibes, simple to use, and I can see why people were kind of happy with what's come along for the ride. Yeah, especially happy for me with that J-Rockett edition. More to come in future. Let me know if you've got specific videos that you think I should do with the ToneMaster Pro. Shoot me an email or a DM on Patreon. I'll catch you in another video soon. Cheers.